When transforming an organization in the light of big data, it is crucial to answer the question of who is in the lead of this process. Naturally, the answer is partly determined by the existing organization structure and culture. However, the big data-induced changes should mainly govern the choice of whether the Chief Information Officer, that is the CIO, or the Chief Digital Officer, that is the CDO, or even the Chief Executive Officer, that is the CEO, is leading the digital transformation of an organization. Big data potentially leads to a power shift in the organization. Traditionally, decision makers have come to their resolutions based on their experience and judgment. In the digital world, they increasingly embed big data analytics capabilities in their organizations. For example, by integrating digital in their strategy, by building agility and speed in their use of data, by building networks with customers, data warehouses, or other decision makers in their organization, and by finding ways to implement their digital strategy, overcoming doubts and resistance inside and outside the organization. Digital decision makers increasingly generate insights from big data, thereby basing their decisions more and more on these insights. CIOs, that is, Chief Information Officers, have been usually in charge of the information technology and computer systems in their organization. Normally, they have been directly reporting to the CEO. Ever since the ICT revolution, CIOs have been around. What they have been doing recently has depended a lot on whether big data has been competence enhancing or destroying. Take the computer company Dell, which has been embracing digital marketing from the beginning. For Dell, big data solutions have been competence enhancing because it benefited from the direct contact with end users that digital marketing has made possible. In contrast, the large technology company Hewlett-Packard, nowadays split into two, was strong because of its relationships with resellers and retailers. As a consequence, Hewlett-Packard experienced a lot of resistance in embracing digital marketing. Some companies have even embedded digital in the organization's DNA. In doing so, they have gone much further than companies focusing on digital marketing only. One example is Procter & Gamble. The multinational consumer goods corporation has always concentrated on customers' behavior. Consequently, it has had an analytics department ever since 1992. In order to embed digital into its DNA, all managers of Procter & Gamble have been upgrading their digital skills. In particular, their digital and analytical performance has been assessed in the performance management process. In the meantime, their CIO and other business leaders have identified 88 business processes to be redesigned and accelerated to operate in real time. In recent years, the job of the CDO, that is, the Chief Digital Officer, has emerged. CDOs convert their organization from analog to digital business. In practice, the role of the CDO has been ranging from CDOs implementing digital marketing, reporting to the CIO, to CDOs directly reporting to the CEO and embedding digital in their organization's DNA. Sometimes their role has been directly taken up by the CIO. In principle, there are three different types of CDOs. First of all, the traditional interactive marketing leader has viewed digital as digital marketing. This kind of CDO transforms the way products and services are marketed. You usually find them in consumer packaged goods companies, primarily creating products and marketing them. Second, the technologists view digital primarily from the inside, that is, organization's perspective. they usually report to a CIO. You find this kind of CDOs in sectors where going digital requires substantial technological change, for example, in manufacturing, oil, or healthcare. Last but not least, you find digital transformation strategists who turn their organization upside down and basically reinvent it. This kind of CDO you often find in sectors where many aspects of business changes. For example, in media and high-tech, but also in retail. The question of who is transforming an organization because of big data-induced changes hinges on three aspects. The type of stakeholder. Is the organization a small and medium-sized or a large company? The sector. What kind of business does the organization deal with? Who are the other stakeholders? And the digital business strategy emerging from this. That is, does the organization go for digital marketing, which usually comes with a CDO agency, digital transformation, which usually comes with a technologist, or digital enterprise, which usually comes with a digital transformation strategist. When push comes to shove, the CEO has the final say. At the same time, she can implement very different digital business strategies, leading to different ways these strategies are implemented in the organization. Depending on the kind and depth of big data-induced changes, the CEO would leave the transformation to a CIO or a CDO, or would take on the matter herself.